Welcome to Mindly Way, where we explore life philosophies to grow and find the right path. Get ready to listen for an inner journey. Let it go, the things that have happened in the past, the things that aren't happening right now. Let it go if you want to be free. Stop locking yourself into the prison of your past. If you want to see the light, stop holding yourself in the darkness of your past. If you really want to move on, release the heavy weight from your back. If you don't want them to win, let it go, move on, and create your best life. You would never allow a thief to enter your home and live there rent-free. So why do you allow thoughts that steal your joy to enter and live inside your mind? Let it go had a moment of confrontation. Let it go. Don't allow it to live in your mind, stealing the joy from the rest of your day. Someone did you wrong. Let it go. They will worry more of your life if you allow them to invade your mind like a virus, which will only affect the quality of your life in every other area. A best revenge is always moving on, letting go, showing your ego is brave enough to let go, showing you are strong enough to enjoy your life, to live your life fully, regardless of what happens or who isn't doing the right thing. By you let them have their accidents somewhere else. Life hasn't gone as planned. It doesn't for anyone. Move on, focus on the good. Those who live amazing lives haven't gotten lucky. When things don't work out, they move on quickly and focus on the next positive. They drop the negative like a hot potato and focus on what they can do today to get in a better state. They don't seek sympathy from family and friends. They focus on what is good in their life and let go of the negatives. Understand this very important fact. You are the one who suffers most when you hold on to resentments, when you seek revenge. You are the one who wins when you do let go. Don't cheat on your future with your past. It's over. Commit to your future, and it will be a strong, healthy one. Richard Carson famously said, "The key to a good life is this. If you're not going to talk about something during the last hour of your life, don't make it a top priority during your lifetime." Perhaps we should all heed that advice. Your ego will tell you that once everything is perfect, then I'll be happy. But your soul knows the truth. If you're happy, then everything is perfect, and no circumstances in life won't be perfect. However, if you can find the right space, you can realize that everything happens for a reason, and you can be at peace with that. So, be happy, whatever it takes to find your happiness, not because everything is good, but rather because you see the good in everything. According to Albert Einstein, there are only two ways to live. Either way, you live as though nothing is miraculous, or you live as though you know which space you want to live in. What about you? Please pardon. Forgiveness is letting go of the wish that things were different in the past. Forgiveness, in my opinion, and I know that many of you do, too, means accepting what has occurred to you. However, it also involves accepting that it happened and figuring out what to do about it moving forward, rather than admitting that it was acceptable for it to happen. Giving up hope and wishing that things could have turned out differently is what forgiveness entails. I believe that once I realized this, I advanced to a higher level of personal development because I no longer harbor grudges against people or things. And you shouldn't either. You must let go in order for the past to no longer hold you captive or imprison you. Yes, that's the story of two monks on a pilgrimage, and they come across in a village. They come across a young 17-year-old girl with a long kimono trying to cross a very muddy road, but she's not daring to step into the mud. So one monk picks her up, carries her across the road through the mud, puts her down, And so the monks walk on in silence for another 4 or 5 hours, just practicing noble silence. And then after 4 or 5 hours, they're getting close to their destination. One monk says to the monk who had picked up the girl, "Oh, you know you shouldn't have done that, because we monks are not supposed even to touch women. So you shouldn't have picked up that girl. You're not supposed to do that." The other monk says, "Oh, are you still carrying that girl? I put her down hours ago." So the other monk was still carrying the girl, the event in his head. 4 hours later, 4 hours, he was walking with this burden. Yes, right. And that shows that the reluctance of the human mind to let go of the powers. It's simple to place the blame for almost everything that goes wrong in our lives on people who have mistreated us. If it weren't for them, I would be happier. If they hadn't done this, I would have more money. If they hadn't done this, I would be where I want to be. Most people get so caught up in blaming, they continue to blame and sabotage their own life long after the person is gone from their life. Most people hold on to the blame because it's easier than moving on. Those who take responsibility for their life and are wanting to move on and put the past behind them are much more likely to gain freedom, success, and happiness. Now, this does not mean there aren't horrible people in the world that have done wrong by others. It is not condoning others' behavior. It is taking back the power they have from you when you are the one suffering long after they are gone. Who wins if you keep blaming them? Who wins if you move on, forget about them, and create the best life and success you could ever imagine? Who wins if you move on? Who wins if you forget about them? Take back your power. Blame them for what they have done, but don't blame them for what you haven't done. Blame them for what they've done, but bless them for making you stronger, for making you better, showing you exactly what you don't want. You can blame the world for bringing them into your life, but then get grateful for all the lessons it taught you, all the strength it gave you, knowing your heart. If they knew better, they would do better. What a blessing it is to be able to let go of that burden and concentrate on creating your future. Let go and walk on, never looking back. The finest kind of retaliation is to simply move on with your life and become the best version of yourself rather than seeking revenge.